evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to all of you for today's Tuesday Meet. Before we begin, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the students who have appeared for NEET exam this year and secured excellent marks. Your hard work, dedication are truly commendable. We wish you a bright and successful future. Who have appeared for NEET exam this year and secured excellent marks. Your hard work. Today's session is on NEET and JEE preparation, an important discussion for students and parents alike. Today's session will be guided by Dr. Ramnath Gutte sir, founder of Wealthcon. He is a passionate financial educator. Sir, we warmly welcome you and request to take the session forward. Over to you, sir.
Thank you everyone for joining this. Today we may not be able to discuss the finance, but another more important topic as per demand by the attendees, and that was regarding the exam. Meanwhile, the parents and students who joined, who given the exam, G main and NEET, they are joining. Thereafter, they will share their own experiences. Then participant can ask query to them. Although I gave exam 20 years ago, but that time exam were in a different format. Now the competition is increased much at larger level. There is a cutthroat competition. It means out of 22 lakhs student, hardly 50,000 or maybe maximum 1 lakh student get admission. That means just 5% of them. Same with the GE as well. So India is a land of people. When you throw one stone, it will hit to 10 people. So it is a very tough exam, and on the top of it, there are other issues of, for example, paper leak and all the things. We will not go into that details. In fact, when paper was leaked and the students were demoralized, I took 1 hour session to motivate them, and many of them have told us that 1 hour session was very useful for them to motivate. I told them 2-3 points which were very useful. One point was that if NEET exam is being conducted, that means half of the students are demoralized, exhausted. So the remaining who are in a race, they have the more advantage of getting the ranks. Other thing is that I told them that घायल हो इसलिए घातक हो. That was the dialogue from movie Dhurandhar, and that you can fuel your anger and dedicate direct to exam, and you can achieve. How many are joined? Let me check. Okay, so
Yes, sir. Shall I invite?
you start inviting, and then I'll also in between I'll add my points. I'll ask queries to them. So let's take them and let's go further. All right. Who are available?
Yes,
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yes. It's now my privilege to invite our successful NEET students one by one and introduce themselves and share their experience. So first I'll call Dr. Nitin Shah sir and his son Darsh. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Hello.
The
am I
entire
audible?
family is there. Oh, congratulations to entire family then.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
So now this is, I think 1 month ago he attended my lecture. Now I am attending his lecture. Okay, so give him enough time and space. All right. Go
It's
ahead.
your blessing, sir, and our privilege, sir, to be associated with Wealthcon from almost 2017, and it's helping us in each and every ways now. And even our kids are getting benefited by your inputs. So it was really nice gesture to conduct that session before re-NEET, because children were really broken by heart, and they were all frustrated. So I think that session also made a lot of difference.
You can share your journey from what date you started the NEET, or you may not remember the date, but in which standard you started thinking to give NEET.
I started almost after I finished my primary in school. Sixth standard, I started that I had a dream to become a doctor like my dad. So I was ambitious to give the NEET examination. But I knew that it was not going to be easy. And scoring a 680 out of 720 in NEET is like a dream come true. And All India ranked 261. It was really very uh, good for me as well that I got such good marks and such high rank. Even after the NEET exam got cancelled and a re-exam was conducted, even my heart was broken in the beginning that a re-exam is getting conducted. And the original exam also I had scored like a 700 out of 720. So it was heartbreaking for me, but Dr. Ramsar's lecture motivated me a lot, and I thank you for that. I would like to start my NEET journey by answering some common questions that people always ask that कितने hours पढ़ना चाहिए. So if you have to give the NEET examination and score good marks in it, you have to start from the beginning. The very first day of your NEET career, you have to start studying 12 hours daily. Even if the topic is very easy in the starting or very simple, you have to study 12 hours daily, including the classes timings also. And as the exam gets nearer, like 2 to 3 months prior to the exam, we should increase the time of studying to 14 to 15 hours daily. And minimum that much should be there to score good marks in the NEET examination. Now people also ask that these many hours पढ़ना क्या enough है क्या? So I would suggest कि enough and study never go hand in hand. There is no enough when you are studying something. So कितना भी पढ़ो, it is like less only, because there will be some person in India who will study more than you and can get good marks than you. So a person who studies 12 hours a day will obviously score good marks than a person who studies 8 hours a day. But there are some exceptions to this also, that people who study 8 hours a day may also get good marks. There are exceptionally good people who study less time and also do time pass of other people by calling them for playing down or anything. So there are people who study less and still get good marks, and there are people who study more and still get less marks. But studying more will increase the memory and make your memory sharp. So minimum 12 hours you have to study and start from today itself, because the NEET exam is not going to be easy, as we have seen from this year's paper and last year's paper as well. Then I would also
Which was your
like
board, CBSE or ICSE? Which was your board in a
ICSE board.
ICSE? Okay, all right.
Yes,
Go ahead.
I was in ICSE board. I would also like to tell that there are exceptionally good people that you will find during a NEET journey, like class toppers or other classes toppers. Then the next question arises that how do we compete with these people? I would say that you should not compete with people. You should not compete with the class toppers or the other classes toppers. You should compete with two things: yourself as well as 720 marks. If you compete with yourself, like I'll give you an example that I used to get 150 in chemistry out of 180. Then in the next exam, I would think that I should get 150 or above and never below 150 marks in the examination. That would be my main motto for the next Sunday test that I would give. So if you are getting a 150 score, then you should aim that you should get more than 150 in the next examination. So this is first, competing with yourself. And the second thing I would like to say is you should compete with 720 marks. 720 marks, if you are competing with, if you get a 690 out of 720, then 90% of the population is already behind you. Not even 90, 99% of the population is behind you if compete with the marks. If you are getting a 715 on 720, then you are already in the top 10. So I would say that instead of going ki like मेरे को इस टॉपर से ज्यादा मार्क्स लाना है, वो टॉपर से ज्यादा मार्क्स लाना है, we should compete with 720 marks कि 720 में से मेरे को कितना चाहिए, we should decide that first. And like that we have to start our preparation. Then next question everyone asks is, what books did you solve for the NEET examination? The books that I solved, I will divide into three sections, as there are three subjects in the NEET exam. There is biology, chemistry, and physics. So I'll start off with physics. Physics may, firstly, the most important thing that you have to do is formulas. Pura paper will be solved only by formulas and a little bit of theory. formulas is the key subject to solving physics. So for physics, I would suggest that you make a formula book and then keep on revising it every day. In fact, and the second thing for theory that I said, you have to read NCRT once. The entire NCRT is to be read once, and while reading it for the first time, you have to mark certain highlighted points while reading the NCRT that you are not aware of, that you think that this is not being taught in the classes and this can come in the exam. So you have to highlight that part in the NCRT because 90% of the NCRT is not useful in the exam, and you will even not understand the language written in the NCRT. So whatever you feel is unique and not taught in the classes, that you have to mark, and you have to, next time when you revise the NCRT, you have to revise only those highlighted points that are there, not the entire NCRT again and again, because this will save a lot of time for 1 day before the exam. Then I would like to say that everyone will be going to some classes. So the classes modules that they will provide have many previous year questions and everything. So it would be very easy for people to solve the classes modules and the homework that has to be done, and give first priority to that if you are starting right now. And then you can go on to other MCQ books, for example, Marvel, Errorless, or Universal Self Scorer, Allen module, and MTG Need Guide is a book. So I would suggest that Errorless or Universal Self Scorer, it is the same book. You have to solve that 110% because that will make your physics very simple. It is the best book for NEET preparation. You have to solve Errorless, Universal Self Scorer for physics. Now, I will come to Marvel. Marvel is a book that you may solve or may not solve because it is very easy. But some people find even Marvel difficult. So I would suggest that if you're finding Marvel difficult, you solve that. If you are finding Marvel easy, you can skip that and go on to Errorless. Errorless has to be done 100%. And MTG Need Guide is another book. If you have already finished Errorless and something, then you need to start with MTG Need Guide. It also has good sums which are not included in the Errorless book. And also Allen module for JEE. I used to solve Allen's module for JEE. For my NEET preparation, they had very great sums, and it was obviously JEE and JEE advanced, so it will have some lengthy questions and everything, which increased my time speed for solving each question. Then moving on to chemistry. The same concept, you have to do classes notes and classes modules, and also for NCRT, you have to read the entire NCRT once, and then you also have to mark highlighted points, and then you have to read the highlighted points when you read NCRT for the next time. Now, chemistry has 3 sections: physical chemistry, and organic chemistry, and inorganic chemistry. Now, physical chemistry includes chapters which are based on numerical type solving and sums. So for these chapter, you need to do a book called Narendra Avasthi. Narendra Avasthi is a book which involves these topics of solving and everything, and it includes every single type of question. So this book is very useful and it helped me a lot. And also for organic chemistry, MS Chauhan is a book of the same author and same type. So MS Chauhan is a book and you have to do it. There are 3 parts of MS Chauhan, like there is one for NEET, one for JEE, and one for JEE Advanced. I had solved the JEE Advanced one, but people usually like JEE one better. So I would suggest that you solve the JEE one, and NEET one is very easy. So if people are facing difficulty in the JEE one, you can also solve the NEET one. Now, in inorganic chemistry includes the chapters which have theory basis. So for theory basis, you have to do NCRT reading only. And instead of solving thousands of MCQ books for the theory chapters, read the theory chapters again and again every week. So it will get fit in your mind and you will be able to answer the questions easily in the examination rather than solving MCQs for the theory chapters. And for theory chapters, only refer to the NCRT and no notes provided by the classes, because each and every line of NCRT is important and not everything is included in the notes. Then I would also tell for biology. Biology, you have to read the NCRT line to line, word by word. Every single thing has to be done in biology NCRT, even the scientists, the summaries, the introduction, and the text back questions as well. You have to read everything. Even the introductions are usually boring, and the people and the students usually skip the introduction and directly move on to the main text. I would prefer that you read the introduction because questions can be asked and have been asked in the previous papers from these sections as well. Then I would also suggest the books that need to be done in biology. These are the classes modules, obviously, and the target and MTG fingertips. In MTG fingertips is a very good book for NCRT biology because it has MCQs directly from the NCRT. And then I would also suggest to solve old papers of biology, as our classes used to suggest that you need to solve old papers because the content in biology is limited, while in physics and chemistry there can be thousands of questions and they are usually not asked from NCRT. While in biology, entire content and entire paper will always come from NCRT only. So old papers need to be done. Then I would say that NCRT, every line has to be done and every diagram also has to be done thoroughly because diagram based questions can come. In our paper. There were hardly or in fact no diagram based questions. So next year diagram based questions can be asked very like high weightage. And then scientists also need to be done like that. Before the introduction, there are a lot of scientists. So these need to be done thoroughly along with their diagrams as well. Then people also ask कि कैसे पढ़ना चाहिए. Keep a flow of reading and always read in the same order so that your brain gets used to it. If you are reading NCRT, then solving MCQs, and then reading some other stuff, then go in the same order whenever you are revising that particular chapter. Then there are two types of people. One who study three subjects per day, like 4 hours each subject. As I said earlier, that you need to study 12 hours a day. People used to divide 4 hours for physics, 4 hours for chem, and 4 hours for biology, and they used to study that way. And the other type of people are that study one subject per day, like physics full day today. Tomorrow I will study full day chemistry, and the next day I will study full day biology. I used to do the second one, in which I assigned one particular day to one particular subject, and I did everything that I could for that subject. Then what classes did I do? For the classes that I did was in Vile Parle, Dr. Abang Prabhu sir for biology, Professor Ravi sir for physics, and Professor Rathi sir for chemistry. The Rathi sir are from Mindsetters, while the other two sirs have their own outlets. Then
Any online classes you attended online? Because
I did not attend online classes, but in YouTube I used to watch some topics which were difficult for me, and I used to refer to physics wala for physics concepts, and for chem concepts also I used to refer to physics wala.
question is, how many times you revise the subject? No, his connection is lost, I guess.
Yes, yes, sir.
So while he joining again, I'll just repeat those who are joined late. He talked about quantity, that is number of studies, but be aware that there is something called as quality of study. Just studying for 14 hours day may not be enough unless you have quantity. Sometime if you are not able to do the good quality, quantity can cover up. That means the students who are not able to recollect, or those who cannot remember for long term, they may have to compensate by quantity. So the quantity and quality of study go hand in hand together. Yeah. So others, can you hear now?
Yes,
Joined again.
yes.
Okay. Meanwhile, some are asking, when did you start study for NEET? NEET? You said that you started from
I
the
started
7th.
it in 11th standard.
So can you share your routine of daily routine of 11th and maybe 12th? You can share your routine of 11th standard.
11th standard, as I said that as soon as my classes started, maybe during the early June, my classes started at that time. And in the starting, there were only they used to call us only 3 days to Vileparle to attend the lectures. And as the months went on, they used to call us for 4 days, and then later 5 days a week. So in the starting, this was the schedule, and I used to go to classes from 7 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I used to come home, have lunch, and then I used to take a power nap after the lecture because it was very tiring to travel to Villevale and come back. So I used to take a power nap of 30 minutes. And then I started studying whatever was taught that day during in the classes, and the next time they would ask in the DCTs, like daily class test. We had something called as a DCT or a daily class test. So I would used to study for that and the Sunday tests that were conducted during every Sunday. So that was the main motto in the starting. But
All
as
right.
soon as the time went, the portion also increased for the Sunday test and the DCTs. So everything could not be done in a week. It was not possible to study everything. So I would divide my schedule, like the things that were very easy, the subjects that were easy for me, and the topics that were easy for me. I used to revise them only once, and the subjects that were difficult for me and which I lose marks very much and very often, I used to revise that again and again, and I did solve many MCQs for those chapters which I was facing difficulty in.
All right.
Then
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Anything you want
yes.
to add, Darsh? Because now we will take some others students as well, and then we'll you stay back so that we will ask questions whenever it is appropriate. Is it okay, sir? Nitin sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. We'll call back Darsh for again second round. Let get views from other students as well, right?
Yes, sir.
So
So
someone
we
is
can
asking
share
how
that number
we will
to
take
the
questions
aspirant.
later on.
Yeah.
What I suggest all the participant write down the notes whatever they are talking, and the questions we will ask later on so that we can have multiple views. Because be aware that every child is a different, every person is a different. You cannot copy someone else. You have to find out which is suitable to you. But to know which is suitable to you, you should know at least 3 4 different format, and you can try. Let's say we will have one format from Dash, we will have some format from other people. You understand for 5 to 10 format and you start applying, then that will be suitable for you. So please wait, Darsh. We'll come back with some questions. Meanwhile, we'll pass on to next student who is also successful. Right, Monalisa.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, Darsh. We are very proud of you. And congratulations to your parents also. Okay, so now I invite Dr. Santosh Vanve and his son, Dhruv.
Congratulations, Santosh sir and Dhruv.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
and thanks for joining and educating our young aspirant. Now, we always say that in a Wealthcon, it is financial education drive for the doctors by the doctor. Here we are implementing for the by the NEET student for the NEET student, or for the by the G student for the G student. Instead of I am giving a lecture, I suppose it's very old knowledge. Although I did all of what you are telling, but it is to have the good recent knowledge. So let's go ahead with Dhruv. You can start sharing your unique things. You listen all the things from the Darsh. Now you tell something which is not what he has not told, which is different, so that we will avoid repetition and we will have unique ideas from everyone.
Yes.
All right. What you I'll give you a brief idea how you are going to explain. You tell which course online courses you joined, when did you start the study, and what was your thought, why did you start why do you want to become engineer, and your daily schedule, and how your parents supported in your journey, and few things about what book studies, and how you achieve the quality and quantity of the study. Yeah, go ahead.
So I started my JE prep after my 10th standard. I didn't even know what was JE before my 10th standard. I've joined IIT and Spectrum coaching classes in Andheri only offline. I didn't refer to any online lectures or YouTube videos or anything. And the main reason feel like it comes down to maths and biology, which you like more, and which professional life would you enjoy more? Would you like to be a doctor who helps other people, is in touch with people, a social one, or do you want to be more like a problem-solving person? A problem-solving person, or some managing something, or just pure mathematics? That's how I think it's better to choose between JE and NEET. Between JE and NEET, and when it comes to quality, I will say in the start of 11th standard, rank, my result for, after doing the counts, I've got about 7,000 rank in my JE advance, around 30k rank in my mains. In CET I've scored 99.86, and in bits I've scored 248. Through the counseling now I'm getting IIT Bombay applied geophysics. In bits I will be getting MSc Mathematics dual degree, and I will get CS across all state colleges in Maharashtra.
All right. So, how was your schedule and your quality and quantity of the study?
First, I will say that instead of focusing on hours, you should focusing on getting stuff done. Every day you come from coaching, you will have chapters to revise, notes to revise, modules to solve, or some reference books to solve. So I think that is the main focus which you should have. There's no need to constantly push your limits to a degree where you are where it leads to self harm. If you should know your own limits. If you're comfortable with 6 hours, you should study 6 hours daily. If you're comfortable with 8 hours or 10 hours, you should study that much daily. There's no need for you to push yourself unnecessary, which will reduce the quality of your studies. You should focus on completing stuff done, getting stuff done, and in the meanwhile in the break, then you're free to do whatever you want. You can focus on your sports, your health, your social life. You can talk to some of your friends, some supportive friends who will help you in your JE prep, who are not disturbing with you some bad habits or anything. And when it comes to subjects, I will suggest first the topmost first physics. For physics, I feel like the most important thing is fundamentals, understanding the concept. Just when it comes to JE Advanced, memorizing formula will not help you anywhere. You should understand the concept, try the PYQs, and that is only where you will be able to get good at it with time. And when it comes to books, one mandatory book for everyone is H.C. Verma. And if it's not necessary, but if you're comfortable, you can try IE Rodov. It is a book which is a bit above JE Advanced level. So if you truly want to get into under 1000 rank, then IE Rodov is a must. Other than that, you can skip that book. It's not that necessary. When it comes to maths, the primary thing should be just practice. There's one book called Cengage, which is like 500 pages big or something, and there are like 5 modules of it. I think that is the best book if you want for practice and even for theory. If you want to clear your maths concepts, you can read Cengage book, theory and solve problems, which will help you to understand how to approach a question. And for physics too, if you have some theoretical doubts to understand the concept, instead of reading NCRT, I would suggest to read H.C. Verma theory, because it's a much more simpler and concise manner. For chemistry, I would suggest there are reference book like MS Chon for organic chemistry, Neeraj Kumar uh, for physical chemistry, and VK Jaiswal for inorganic chemistry. But still, your primary focus should only and only be your notes and your NCRT. There's a quote which goes among the kids that IIT की chemistry वफादार है, IIT का द्वार है. It simply means that chemistry will be the most loyal to you, and it will give you the most guaranteed marks in JEE Advanced. Even if there's a kid who's a topper in maths, he cannot be sure how much he'll score in JEE Advanced because the difficulty cannot be predicted. But when it comes to chemistry, it is pretty easy to expect the type of questions and the difficulty of it. It's majorly just memorizable questions, just those old formulas or reactions or something. It will not necessarily be something out of the box. Only 10 or 20% of the questions will be of that nature. You can easily score in chemistry 50 to 60% of the total thing, which is way good for JEE Advanced. Other than that, for the kid in 11th, I would suggest that even if you do not have much to study, you should at least have a habit of sitting down in one place and reading something or solving something for at least 6 hours on a non-coaching day and 2 to 3 hours on a coaching day. Even if you feel that you don't have much stuff to do, this will help you later on in your 12th standard when you actually will have stuff to do. You will have the habit which you have built up from since your 11th standard. And for the kids in 12th standard, most important thing I believe is giving mock tests. Mock test is a game changer which can bring a kid who's scoring from just 20% to 60 or 70%. When it comes to revision, you don't need to revise everything, at least for JEE, everything twice or thrice. Just revise it once. For chemistry, you can do it twice. Other than that, keep giving mock tests, and all the topics and chapters you feel that you're weak at, you should only revise those specific topics. There's no need to go through the first page of your notebook or something. Just focus on key points where you are weak. And one important point for the boards. Boards are extremely important for a JEE student. You need to score 75% plus to qualify for JEE, and 60 marks percent plus in physics, chemistry, maths for bits. So I would suggest that after November, you should dedicate 1 hour daily until your boards for your until your JE for boards preparation, and after that just focus on your boards. Because even though I cleared my boards with 85%, I believe in my coaching there must be solid 40 to 50% of kids who were not able to clear the boards, and then they do not get best colleges and they just need to go to private colleges.
Santosh sir, why didn't you send this Dhruv to the quota?
No, sir, we have no such plan because there are good classes available in Mumbai itself. Uh,
Okay,
then family get disturbed when we are sending Dhruv, so I need to send his mother also.
okay.
And
Yeah.
we have two kids, so that was not a plan at all.
Okay. Dhruv, what is the role of your friend circle on the study and the marks? What type of friends? Is there any role of friends?
I would believe there's a crucial role of your friends when it comes to your expectations. If you have a friend circle who are during their crucial 12th exam, they're watching FIFA late night or they're playing games and wasting their time, somewhere that becomes your normal, that becomes your baseline. So even if you're studying just 2 hours daily, which is nothing if during a last couple of months of day, you will feel like you have done a lot of things compared to your friends. Even I know in my early 11th standard, I noticed a sharp shift in my marks when I changed my friend circle. There's no need to hate the other kids, but it's better to surround yourself with the toppers of your class. I remember the best part of a class which I remember now is when sir will give us one tough question, one tough calculus question, a maths question for only the toppers, and during the break when rest of the kids are just playing game or just chatting, all of the toppers will just sit and try solving that one question, which will actually help you a lot in clearing your concepts.
What about social media? Do you have the account on Twitter or some Facebook, Insta? Do you use that?
So I don't use Insta or Snapchat or anything for the. I've never used any of these, and I don't even plan to use it in during college. And during the phone, I think after from since 11 to 12, I've only had a Nokia phone, Nokia keypad wala phone. Now only just yesterday I've got a new smartphone. Or other than that, I didn't have a smartphone for my own.
Great. So see, those who are listening and aspirant, please note he has mentioned 2 3 points crucial, which we always talk in the Wealthcon, that your surrounding, that is the three things contribute to the growth of person. One is the people surrounding you, the books you read, and social media you watch. If you are surrounded by the people who are चलो ना चलता है छोड़ ना यार चलो खेलते हैं, then you will be like that only, because there is something called as collective intelligence or collective motivation, and learning happens good when you are surrounded by the extraordinary people. So always be associated with the it is also saying that being with winner makes you winner, being with loser you makes you 100% loser. All right, any specific thing you want to
Yes,
share?
just a couple of more things. I will just a thing to remember, that request to all kids that not to ignore your chemistry even during your last 3 months, because the most important thing with chemistry is that chemistry can give you the most increase in marks in less time. Even if you study for maths 6 hours, I can guarantee that majority of kids won't be able to score above 70% or 60%, because maths is just that difficult, and it will also kill a lot of your time during the exam. But chemistry is one subject I would can guarantee you guys that if you study it religiously since the start, you can easily score even in your JEE advance 60, 70, 80%. It's not that difficult, it's just regular revision and you can easily get it. And other last thing which I would say, the two things more I would say is, don't burden yourself with books. If you're using Cengage, there's no need to use Black Book. There's no need to use multiple books. And even if you've not been able to finish the books, there's no need to pull yourself down. You should just focus on the PYQs and the mock test. If you're able to score good marks in them, then that's enough. There's no need to blame yourself for not solving those large, thick Cengage books or the HC Verma book to the last toughest question. It's fine. Just if you're able to solve advanced questions, then that's more than enough. You should focus on that, practice on the paper giving pattern and all of that. And last thing which I would say is to protect your sanity. There's no point to stress yourself, to wonder how the result is going to be, what will happen if my result goes bad and all of that. For 2 years, you need to understand that you're not studying for IIT, you're only studying physics, chemistry, and maths. Only learn to enjoy these subjects, and eventually the results will follow. And during the exam, you don't even need to think that this is the world's toughest exam. JEE Advanced है 1% acceptance rate, वो कुछ भी नहीं. All you need to focus on that this is just another day of you solving questions. That's how simple you need it. You need to keep it to be able to calm and to be able to be calm enough to solve tough questions.
All right. Thank you very much. Please stay on. And one more question I want to ask. How to prevent clerical error or silly error during the exam, because it is often seen that people know that they know how everything, but while marking, they instead of B they put a C, or they forget to read the except, they forget to read one not, and they lose the marks because of this something called as silly. How do you avoid those mistakes?
I think two primary reasons for this happening. One is taking too much stress. If you're too much stressful, you might even just read the question incorrectly. I remember during my mock test reading reading nanometer as centimeter and mistakes such that which will cost you heavily. So first main thing if you really feel like one suggestion will be just to be calm during paper. You can take about 30 seconds break during the paper to just take deep breaths. That's completely fine. It won't affect your paper. Instead, it's gonna help you by keeping you calm. And other thing I would suggest is make a silly mistakes book. Write down the mistakes which you make too often, and practice. If your mock test practice number of papers which you have given is less, that also might be one of the major reasons for such silly mistakes. Try giving. This is for the last 4 to 6 months of JEE, obviously not for the 11th grades. Try giving in a week at least 2 to 3 mock tests. Let it be of advanced, mains, BITSAT, CET, whatsoever. Proper timed mock test. Try to replicate the scenario which you will face in the exam. Don't take a break in between, go eat something or go to the washroom or nothing. Just sit there and give the paper as if it's an actual exam with the actual seriousness, and eventually your silly mistakes will decrease.
Thank you very much. Please stay on. In this silly mistake, I would like to add two things, because I'll also give some competitive exam. First, he told, be relaxed. Exactly. I say, be relaxed. Take some glucose tablets if it is possible, so that you are having a good amount of sugar during exam. Brain needs a lot of sugar, so that is necessary. Second, read the question twice, and when you are check the twice. That means, let's say you decided I want to mark on A, so you will check question number 33A. Put the finger on the answer sheet, again question number 33A, then mark. So this way you can reduce at least 4 or 5 mistakes, and your 4 or 5 correct marks will you push you at least 5,000 people, 5,000 rank up. Okay, one more thing here, student might not be tell you, but write it down if you are having the pen, or mark these words. 5 years between 15 to 20, 15 से 20 साल के 5 साल आपका 50 साल का फ्यूचर डिसाइड करते. What you do in 5 years between 15 to 20 decide your next 50 years, future of 50 years. So be serious, focus on these things, and other things like socialization, or because in this age there are a lot of troubles as well. There is a media, then boyfriend and girlfriend, all these things. Probably most of I'll say that more than 90% of the scores, people who are getting the score are completely focused, or like Arjun, they do everything afterwards. So these things, the people or even your parents may not tell you to focus, but I'm telling you, your 5 years will decide your future of 50 years, right? So next one. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, Dhruv, for your wonderful journey and sharing with us. And congratulations to you and your proud parents. Next, we will invite Dr. Rahati ma'am and her son, Jaswant Kumar. Please unmute yourself. Yes. Congratulations, Jaswant.
Thank you.
Okay. Please share your journey.
So I have studied in Chaitanya, Coimbatore. I was a hosteler for 11th and 12th. I scored 633 in the re-NEET examination. And I would like to say things subject-wise. So as
Which
far as
board? Which was your board? 12th or 10th board?
CBSE, sir.
CBS. Okay. What you do? You tell your unique points which have not been covered by previous two students. You tell something which is unique. You tell the names of the books, any online class you did, and your daily routine. Okay.
Okay.
About total number of hours is subjective, so it may not be required, but your routine. So you can tell about three things: which books you read, which online courses, because offline may not be useful for other any online material, and what was your routine, and how your parents helped you in your journey. So these four questions you start sharing us.
Yes. So as I said before, I was a hosteler, so I really did not get a chance for any online courses. And even my schedule was a predetermined schedule by the school management. So it's a schedule followed by all students under that school throughout India. So we don't really have a choice to create our own schedule. So schedule went like this. At 6:30 in the morning, we used to have a first class. Usually other schools or even day scholars or self-preparatory students used to self-study at early morning. But we had a classes at that time. And it may be a bit, it was a bit difficult at the starting, but I I thought it worked out for me. In the early morning, if attending a class, I could register many points in my mind very freshly. And yeah, and then the classes continued till afternoon, and we had a break around 1.5 hours in the afternoon. I used to take a nap every day. I won't miss even one day. I can't be without sleeping in the afternoon for even one day. I really need that. I used to sleep at least 45 minutes every day. And evening, our study hours started from 6 to 10 o'clock. In between, there was dinner. But many people, even myself, we used to study till 11 because, to cover up the portions, we had to study. And we had a weekend test every Monday. We don't have any daily test like for other students and other coaching centers. We had a only weekend test. The points I would like to say, which was not covered by others, was our mindset during those 3 years in the NEET examination. Many people overlook this because they think preparation is more important and etc. etc. But I think even if we have adequate preparation, if we don't, even if we struggle for a bit during those final 3 hours in the final NEET exam, we might not justify a true preparation. So I would like to talk about our mindset during the exam. So first of all, I would like to talk about time management. And many people would say, you should not spend more time on a question. We should just skip it if you aren't really getting the answer. It will be very easy to listen. It looks easy to apply to. Like, it's just a normal thing, right? Why would we even worry about it? But in the actual exam, it's not as easy as it looks. Because some questions, even we it seems like we are going to get the answer, but we might have made mistake in one or two steps before. We can't really see it in that time pressure. So our will just won't let us to drop that question and move on. We would try that again and again, and we can't really do anything about it. It feels like, yeah, just one more time if I try, I will get the answer. We used to think like that, but it would be like 5 to 6 minutes, and we won't even realize that such time has gone. And to develop that, we need to practice a lot of tests, especially in the end phases of the preparation.
All right. Thank you very much. Please stay on. One question I would want to ask. Nalisa, is anyone else is there in waiting list?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. So one question or a suggestion for the aspirant to make a practice or start preparing, or I say start making MCQs, not solving. So it means you make your MCQs of at least 5 to 10 MCQs every day. How many of you have done it? Those who are not, they can write in the chat box as well. It means if you want to get into the mind of person who is setting the paper setter's mind, what I used to say, you have to practice how to create or how to make the questions, how to set the MCQ. Once you set at least 1,000 MCQs, you will be able to understand how to trick the students, when to put a not, when to put except, and how to change slight word and trick the students. So if you do the paper setting yourself, at least some MCQs every day, you will have a completely different mindset. Not just solving, but how to set the paper. So those who are listening, start doing this. Okay. Even during my exam, my preparation exam, I used to do a very different level, different type of tricks. Maybe sometime I'll share this. But these things, I think you should try it, because eventually it is a mind game. And if you know how to trick the question, in that case, you will be able to solve most of the question. All right. Next one.
Yes, congratulations, Jaswant, and all the best for your bright future. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Sneha Sheth and her son.
Sorry, myself, Dr. Kunal Sheth, and Sneh is actually my son. He has just cleared this 12th CBSE board, 93.5%. JEE mains he had 1144 rank, and JEE advanced 1326 rank. And just to the most of the points have been covered beforehand, but he has ultimately chosen Indian Institute of Science, Bachelor of Science in Research program. Just he is leaving after 2 days. So you may ask, also he had given few more exams and cleared everyone. One is Chennai Mathematical Institute exam he has cleared. Then Indian Statistical Institute, he is All India rank 10 in ISI, and also in BITS he had scored 362 marks. So ultimately, after all the things, pros and cons of everything, we have decided for this research program in Indian Institute of Science. Somewhat unique program and much less known to the people. So you may ask him regarding all these things.
All right. Sneha, can you share how your parents contributed to your success story?
Sure. My parents basically discussed daily with me that what I had studied or what are my plans to study. Then my dad especially would give me some problems he found from internet or from some books, and I used to discuss with my father as well. Then he also helped me by guiding me with a daily routine, and also through how to avoid mistakes in test and getting a proper mindset during examination. Also, he suggested me what to study and how to study better, as he himself have experienced during when he was at my age.
Okay, great. So any online courses you joined to study?
No, I didn't join any online courses. I was at LN Ahmedabad offline.
Okay, great. Any specific books which has not been told by previous callers? Any books which is you read differently?
Yeah, like mostly I would suggest some good books good books which contain better problems. Like theory, it was mentioned H.C. Verma is great book for JEE. For problems, I would suggest Sasi Bhushan Tiwari, Problems in JEE Advanced. It was a great book. I found it really good for JEE Advanced and contained many conceptual questions which would increase our fundamental knowledge of physics.
Very good. So there is one question, and this question is to both of you. Why did you choose IISc or IIT? Why not IIT and get good package from some corporate company?
Yeah, sir. Actually, in the decision making, ultimate decision was his only. But I also played a role. Actually, he was getting in IIT, Mumbai, Delhi, everywhere. But this placement thing, actually, I was quite reluctant to involve it at such a young age. That just running after placement and this rat race. Actually, he is a guy with some deep insight into mathematics. Actually, he has been clearing mathematical Olympiad since last 4 years in a row. He has attended Indian National Mathematical Olympiads 3 times in a row. So I know that his mind is not that commercial oriented or something like that. Actually, it will better utilize where he will get some good opportunity and some good peer group, some good faculties. There is when I actually visited Chennai Mathematical Institute, IIT Madras, and IISA Bangalore, ISI Bangalore, or full institute I visited in. We both visited in person before taking this decision. We are at Ahmedabad, but so we didn't know what kind of things are there. So we decided to go to ground zero and interacted the professor and the students there. And we found that the research ecosystem at IISc was quite robust. And the course here is also means it is an open-minded course. We are not fixed to something from the first day. Like for example, in IIT, let us say mechanical engineering or civil, you are bound to complete it mechanical or civil engineer. You cannot change the after. While here they have the policy to learn everything for 3 semesters, and after 3 semesters you decide what major you want to take and what minor you want to take. Maybe you can take mathematics and biology, or there are multiple permutations and combinations which you can go into. And secondly, there are examples that students was inclined towards mathematics, entered in IISc, and they took major in biology or did a PhD in genetics or something. So actually, they should be given that opportunity. It should not be fixed right now after 12th, where they are not that mature that I want to do this only. Yeah, if they are inclined to do that, they're well and good. But not most of the people are that much mature to take decision like that. And some may get frustrated later on. Means he may be capable, but in some wrong branch, so maybe frustrated. Yeah.
Perfect. See, in fact, what we need at present in India is two type of people to develop, to fulfill the dream of Vikasit Bharat. Is one is a research oriented people and other is entrepreneur. India does not need job seeker. There are thousands and millions job seekers. The India needs researchers, developers, and entrepreneurs. Very good decision. All the best. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Next in line, Mona Lisa.
Yes, sir. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Neelam Rajpal and her son.
Hi, sorry, my son is not here because according to him, he says, who am I to give anybody advice? So I don't have much to offer except I have one of those children who pretty much go on vibes. He has his own schedule. You can't force him
You
to.
can share how did you contribute to his success? What you can share?
I don't think I did anything much, sir. He chose to go to integrated after talking to friends, saying, okay, this is what I want to do, and that too after 10th. We made him take finance in 10th as an optional subject in NCRT, and he says, okay, this doesn't interest me at all. I anyways want to do math science. He spoke to friends. He said, okay, I want to try for IIT. There was no pressure from our side. Okay, you do whatever you want. I didn't myself understand how the JE system works, how mains works, how advanced works. I had simply no idea, except that he says this is integrated, places near my house. I've spoken to my friends. This is what I want to do. And we let him go there. So our job has only been, okay, this is what you want to do. So we are here. We'll take care of your nutrition. You can rest. We can give you space. And he's pretty much done everything on his own with the help of his classes. And later half, I've seen him go more into, he's used a website called Mathon Go for online tests more than he's used his classes ka test, because he says those are more aligned to the mains and advanced. So he's one of those children which I have seen ki nahi mere ko class ka nahi jamta hai, this is what I'm going to do. So he's used Math on Go as a site for his JEE tests, because he says they give a better analysis. He's also
So is there any role of some dummy school, or what exactly integrated means?
Sir, it's like the class system, no, where the classes have a college attached to them.
So it's like
So
dummy school,
yes, it is dummy.
and dummy school just for the namesake to get the certificate. Rest everything is done by the class. Am I right?
Yes, so they have 3 times a week college, 3 times a week classes, 3 times a week college. Almost nobody goes, but the practicals are the same place as the classes, so it's easier. We chose one class near our home, so it was easy because your 11th, 12th papers also the center comes close to your home. So they take practicals and they take the 11th exam is in the class itself, which has a separate section, which is their college. And 12th also we got the center close to our home. So that's why we preferred like pass mein hai, and they only had SSC to offer. Their CBSE board was somewhere in Jogeshwari and we live in Devnar. So we didn't choose CBSE because we didn't want to then go for all the way for 11th, 12th exams too far. So we frankly chose comfort, that this is convenient for us and rest to bacche ko karna hi hai. So the effort
Yeah.
has to be the child's. So we chose comfort over it. And we asked him, we gave him a choice. You want to go to Dadar, you want to go to Andheri? He said, no, I want to go close by. And that's what suits his temperament. So I'm of the opinion, gauge your child, go with what your child's nature is. This is my child's nature. He has played a lot. Sometimes I feel he would have given more time, but that is his nature. He can give only a certain amount of time. He studies like a night owl in the night, not in the day. So if anybody has a child like that, I think you just have to support them in the way they are and let them find their way.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much.
What about there is the question is again for others as well. Have you we gone the all integrated or normal colleges, dummy college in the and the classes, or routine colleges? Darsh, Dhruv, or everyone is in integrated?
So Alan Spectra, all these classes are actually this concept only. All they are referred to as integrated. So all of them are classes, college combined with. So PACE has its own college, but others have associated colleges.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, sir. So all the participants have shared their experience.
And perfect time management. It's 10 o'clock. All right. Thank you, everyone. Again, all of you have given a lot of input, and I am hopeful that this will be useful for all the aspirant and those who watch YouTube later on. This will be definitely gold mine for the information. We brought actual scholar instead of giving the people like lecture like me, adults. It's a teaching by the student for the student. All right. Thank you everyone very much, and thank you, admin, for all this your support. Thank you very much. We'll
Thank
wind
you,
up the
Ram
meeting.
sir. Thank you, Ram sir, and welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your journey and experiences with us. And thank you all the participants for joining. Once again, congratulations to you for your outstanding achievement. We are proud of you and wish you all the very best for your future. Thank you.